Hello YouTube friends, I hope you are having a great time. I've been getting some beautiful comments lately, some brand new people who have just stumbled across the channel and have been learning something, and some of the OG crew that have been lovely enough to support this channel for quite some time now, and I think have had some significant progress in their guitar playing, which is what it's all about. That's what I'm here for. I love to hear that you have learned something from me, because there's no greater feeling when you're learning something than that aha moment where somebody shows you something and you go, oh, that's great, that's really going to help me, that's really going to be fun to learn. Still happens to me all the time. Last night, for example, I was introduced to Portuguese fado music. It was not something I was aware of. It's kind of similar to flamenco, also kind of similar to the Greek music that I have heard all my life since I am Greek, even though I was born in Australia. So those moments of learning never stop, and if I have ever contributed to somebody here feeling that their path had been laid forward musically, that's amazing. So without further ado, today what we're going to talk about is how you play lead and rhythm at the same time in a bluesy sense. So we all know what rhythm guitar is when you're playing chords and stuff, and that's fantastic. And we all know what lead guitar is when you're playing a melody or whatever. Some brilliant people, like for example Jimi Hendrix, had the talent to kind of really genuinely do both at once, which is amazing. He's Jimi Hendrix. The Rolling Stones have two guitarists, and they have a concept they call weaving, which is rather than one guy playing the chords and one guy playing single notes of the lead, they have this kind of telepathic psychic connection that they use. So kind of like neither of them's playing rhythm and neither of them's playing lead, but they're both doing it and they weave the lines together, and that's amazing. But in these lessons, I'm assuming you're on your own at home or at work or in your bedroom or whatever, even though I choose to always have another guitarist when I'm in a band or something like that. I love to have a fellow guitarist. You don't want to be lonely, but when we're learning, we're genuinely alone, generally alone. So what I thought I'd do is get it down to the simplest possible concept I could, although I could use one note, but I've chosen to use two. So let me just play for you for a second and then tell me a bit about what's actually happening. So what I've decided today to bring you this concept is I'm just playing two notes. It's the A note at the 5th fret. You could play once if you want. I mean, if you want to get ultra simple. You could do whatever you want. You could do 7 if you want. You get the point. What I'm asking you to do is begin your rhythm or your lick or your piece of music really with that note or another note, of course. And I'm using the A minor pentatonic scale. And I've chosen today to simplify the scale, so I'm not even using all the strings of the guitar. In this case, because I've decided to use that low bottom E string as the bass, I'm just gonna go from the D string, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. And I've chosen to limit myself to those 8 notes, and I'm inviting you to do the same. Sometimes I limit myself to 2 notes. So that was just a little melody with 2 notes, and when you play 2, it can be so much cooler to play 3. Hopefully you get the point. So they're the notes I'm using: 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. And what we're doing is just playing and then improvising. You can bend. In fact, always bend. Bending's awesome. Even if I play a single note, I might just bend it back to itself, which could be called vibrato. So that's the concept. The concept is that just by playing that bass note, and then some licks, you can essentially play a full piece of music. That's essentially a full piece of music. So if you went and listen to that, you're like, cool, that's music. It's not just someone playing chords and I'm waiting for a melody to start, or it's not just, you know, sometimes, and especially when I'm practicing, you're just playing lead guitar, whatever. And that's fine and that's good, and I I spend plenty of time doing that. That's a huge part of my practice. It's also part of my job, isn't it, to play lead guitar? But just by putting one bass note, it somehow becomes a song. So that's the concept, that's today's concept. And you know what I'd like you to do is, once a concept has been welcomed to you, pause your computer, pause your phone, pick up your guitar, and have a little play with it. And I hope that you get lost in the music and wander off, and that this concept actually is nothing more than a germ or a seed of an idea that grows into something totally different and totally cool. Get out there and play. If you didn't pause your phone yet, or your computer, or whatever you're watching on, a little bit more advanced stuff. So you could do a 12-bar blues on that pattern. So 12-bar blues would be A for 4, then D for 2, then A again for 2. Then a blues turnaround, E, D, A. So that's a bit tricky. If you don't know the 12-bar blues, that would be, if you don't know the 12-bar blues, I'm not going to teach it right now, but I have videos that teach it, and there's no doubt heaps of people on YouTube that have taught it. And that would be a really great thing for you to learn. If you don't know the 12-bar blues, let the lesson from today be go and learn the 12-bar blues, because that opens a whole can of worms. If you do know the 12-bar blues and you're still with me and you're still hungry for some more, what you could do is do your A's into the 5th fret, A minor pentatonic, and then when you're doing your D, you could actually go up to the 10th fret. So you can actually follow, you've got 2 choices when you can follow the chords to their note, like E would be the E minor pentatonic, D minor pentatonic, and then A. Finish on the E. If you got a bit lost there at the end, please forgive me. There's only so many minutes in these videos. I don't want to blabber on too much. I don't want to confuse you. So whichever level of that video you got up to, I hope you learnt something. I hope you benefited. And now I definitely hope you pause your device, pick up your guitar and play that or something else. Ciao.